What's going on, guys? My name's Zach from Z.Fowler Handcrafted Wood Works, and welcome to my wood shop. Alright, as you can see, the shop's quite the mess right now. That's actually the biggest thing that inspired me to go ahead and make this video. So I'm in the very beginning stages of starting my woodworking company. It's kind of a hobbyist turn, let's sell some of the stuff I make, you know. Decided to go ahead and start a YouTube channel, document the whole thing, bring you guys along with me as we kind of design the shop, build all the components, and get this to being a fully functioning shop. Bring you guys all along. So I guess real quick, what is Z.Fowler Handcrafted Wood Works? What's it all about? Started making projects, selling them on the side, to fund my hobby in the beginning. While I was making projects, multiple people saw the work that I was doing for others, and they all wanted one. So after, you know, project after project, I decided, let's put a name to it. Let's maybe make this something serious, something branded. So simply put, I chose a name. My name's Zach. So do handcrafted woodworking. I was like, okay. Z.Fowler Handcrafted Wood Works, that sounds great. So this is not my full-time job, it's something I do on my days off. I'm really trying to ride that line, keeping it a hobby, keeping it something I love to do, and not really making it turn into work, but still creating like a really premium product. And so a little bit about myself real quick. My name's Zach, obviously, full-time firefighter. That's what I do for my actual income, livelihood, all that. Married for 6 years now, 2 dogs, no kids yet. Been doing woodworking about 9 years. Started doing it when I was in high school, like a lot of people in shop class. Took to it real quick, ended up having a knack for it. I actually would compete in like these little cabinetry competitions, do nationals, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. Ended up winning one. Long story short, that kind of died off because I was only in high school for 4 years. So after that, joined the military. Couldn't afford woodworking equipment the whole time I was in, so I've actually been gathering all of these tools that I'm about to show you since 2013, and just now to the point where I moved to a new house, finally had the money to build a shop, and can finally start doing my hobby like I enjoy doing it. So that's where we're at here, and I mean, just kind of, I hope that I can take what I know and show it to you guys and help you guys grow, and then in the process, obviously the more I do it, the better I'll get, and the more things I can show you. Definitely want to put it out there, you know, I'm not an expert, never claimed to be, but I actually think that's going to be a big part about what makes me making these videos great for everybody, is I can take the things I do know, which in my opinion I would be, I don't really know how to rank it, maybe a novice, highly experienced, but not doing it, never done it professionally, if that makes any kind of sense. So hopefully I can just take my prior knowledge, grow it, make some bigger projects, more challenging projects for me, videotape me coming up on challenges and overcoming them, showing you guys how I do that, and then you guys can watch it and comment on it, and we can all learn and grow together, you know. So the workbench I currently have is the Harbor Freight Special, as I like to call it. Got it on Black Friday. Works good for now. It's actually pretty darn solid. Been using it for a few years now. I knew I just wanted something cheap to get me going until I had a shop like I do now, so I can actually build a real traditional style solid workbench. All I added was on the rear, I put a tool trough, and I actually made the edges of that trough level with the top of the table. So when you're working with a wider workpiece, you can slide it across there, and that'll actually help you to support your work. It's actually pretty handy. Coming around here, you're going to see a lot of stuff on the floor, because we have zero cabinet space. Current router table, it's the Bosch router table, and it has the, I think it's a 1 3/4 horsepower router mounted in it. Jumping over to the miter saw, it's the Hitachi C12R SH. It's got a 15 amp motor, 12-inch blade. It's sitting on an Hitachi miter saw stand now. That's gonna go. It's gonna be one of the biggest things where we're gonna build an actual miter saw stand slash cabinet slash drawers. Bunch of storage, get all that stuff out of that wagon, get all these tools at home. We've got things in here I haven't even opened. Down here we've got the Incra Miter Express. It's the Master Express combo kit, so you get your miter sled with your miter gauge for your table saw. Shop vac, just a little rigid 6-gallon. Old school. Oops. Old school Craftsman joiner. It's a 6-inch joiner, 3-blade. Works great. It's got a little tray down there to hold some tools. I actually use a big Tupperware bucket underneath for my dust collection. I'll probably build something more permanent once I actually install dust collection in here. Jump over to the bandsaw. It is a rigid 14-inch bandsaw, 3/4 horsepower. You can see, got a modified leg down there. I got this used, and I just tuned it up real good. It runs great now. I put the Craig fence system on it. Went in here, put new tires on the wheels. You can see my drill marks here, balanced all my wheels. And changed out the belt for a link belt. It helps with vibrations a lot. And you know, aside from this thing having not enough power at all, it runs really smooth, and it handles like rip cuts and resawing of lumber pretty well, I would say. Over here, just got a small skill drill press. Don't use it for much, really. Maybe making pins every now and then when I'm running a any kind of dowels, things of that nature. We'll see if we can get into some projects where this is more useful in the future, but for now it's one of those tools where I don't use it a lot, but I'm glad I have it when I need it. It's just mounted on like an old tabletop, and that's going to change too. I'm going to build either upgrade this thing to a taller one that actually sits on the floor and then stands all the way up, the bigger motor, just more convenient, changing your speeds on it and all that jazz. But if I decide not to do that, I'm going to build a rolling cabinet down here with drawers for more storage. It's going to be a big deal in here, as everything's going to be storage related. This here is my lathe. It's Central Machinery. It's the the Harbor Freight Special again here. Reason I didn't go for a really expensive lathe is really I don't foresee myself doing all too much lathe work. I think it'll be neat for if I don't have any orders and stuff like that. Make pins. People love those. Can't make them fast enough already. Make some bowls, stuff like that. So go to craft fairs, flea markets, and whatnots, and sell them to, I guess, fund the shop to be moving still when I'm not getting these bigger orders. Down there is the air compressor. It's a small 6-gallon Craftsman, which runs the air up the wall there to the rafters, shoots it up top to that hose reel, which is centered in the shop. Makes it super convenient. Definitely was a good move doing that. Now the current table saw situation. It's a Hitachi. It is their 10-inch collapsible job site saw. I've been using this for a few years now. It works great. My only complaint is now that I have a shop and I want to create a business and put a brand name on things and whatnot, I want to make furniture. That's my true passion. I don't like making the simple boxes and the artsy craftsy stuff, but that's what sells quick. So I still make it, but I need a better table saw so I can get some more accuracy. So as of Black Friday, here in about a week, I'm ordering the Laguna Fusion F2, the 2020 version. As far as cabinet saws go, it's going to be the best saw I can get, and for what is my opinion, a realistic price. Table saws are just outrageous these days. So jumping over here to my dust collection. Right now it just sits on this wall. The reason for that is I haven't ran ductwork. This is it's the Jet. I don't know the model. I can get that later on. It's a Jet dust collector. Jump around here, which goes into my chip sorter. And right now I just have it centered in the shop so that I can jump it from tool to tool. Mainly I use it on my planer and my table saw. Eventually, not eventually, here soon. This corner over here, right behind the bandsaw where I was earlier, that's going to sit in that corner. And then we're going to run 4-inch pipes there, up to the eave, all the way here to the center. And then it's going to split and shoot down that side and that side. And it'll be just like every other dust collection. There'll be gates, turn them on and off. And over here I'll have 2 hoses, and on over here 2 hoses. You just jump those from tool to tool. Really helps with that dust. I mean, look at the floor here. You wouldn't believe it, but I literally vacuum this floor about twice every day, and all I'm doing is working on this tabletop, and it's just, you can't keep up with it. Just see if I can get it. Alright, so as y'all can see, clearly this shop is not organized right now. I actually wanted it to be that way just so you guys can see what I've been working with and what we're going to grow to. So down here, got our tabletop spindle sander. It's the rigid. I just got it and it works. I think it works great. So there's that. And over here is the DeWalt planer. It's the older one. Can't remember the exact model name. But runs great. 3 blades. Single speed, and it'll tear it up. It really does a good job. Don't think I'm gonna get into hand tools and all that today, just because for video length purposes. So just one more look around so you guys can see just how cluttered this shop is. Alright, so there's a good look around the shop. Now, I know these types of videos are boring. I don't like watching them. And quite frankly, I plan to never make another one like this. But figured it'd be good to lay the groundwork, get you guys on the same page as me, what the goals are and what you're can expect to see here. Not sure how seriously I'm going to take this yet. Kind of going to see what the reactions are from you guys on YouTube. Do I enjoy it? It adds a lot of time, a lot of extra steps to every project. But I think hopefully I can get about 40-50%. If you guys really like the content, shoot, I'll just start videotaping everything, you know. So, as I said earlier, we're going to start this whole channel off with start to finish, designing, building the shop, getting it functioning, my ideas, getting your opinions, actually videotaping me building the miter saw stand, the new workbench, the drill press stand like I was saying, building my dust collection system, all of these things. So, going step by step. For anybody who's like me, who maybe you know how to woodwork and you just really want to shop and you're finally getting one, or you want to get into it. So I'll try to go through my thought process on things and how I weigh and balance the different options of tools and accessories and things like that. And I try to buy the most affordable thing that is the best value for your dollar. After we're done doing the shop, hope to get into more how-to videos, how to set up your router, how to set up a jig, how to do dovetails, how to do mortise and tenons, how to do your rabbets, what's the difference, how to set up a dado stack. All these little things. I know there's a million and one videos out there, but if I'm doing it, why not videotape it, give you guys a different take, different angle on maybe an easier way to do it. Maybe it's the same way, who knows. Tool reviews, as far as tool reviews goes, the tools I have, why I've chosen them, how do they work. Yeah, whatever. It's a tool review. It's not that crazy. Project series. Don't know if that'll happen yet, but I think it'd be cool. So it is what it sounds like. We're gonna build this shaker cabinet. We're gonna do a series on it. Show you guys me drawing my blueprints, buying my lumber, doing my cut list, making all my cuts, so on. The whole thing, start to finish. I think it'd be neat. Maybe you guys could suggest some different projects you'd want to see, and we'll go ahead and pick, choose, maybe vote, build one. Then Q&As. I don't know. I'm no expert, but you guys are probably gonna have questions. I don't know. Where do I live? What are my hobbies? How do I like doing what I do for a living? So, yeah. Anyways, enough of that. I hope you guys got a good understanding. Hope this was at least a little interesting. I doubt it was, but that's okay. The next one will be better. So, other than that, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video, and you know, shoot me some ideas, some suggestions, things like that. I'm super new to videography. Like, this feels super awkward talking to this camera, like someone's in here. But I like to watch YouTube videos, so let's put some out there for you guys.